Hello everyone, welcome to a World of Warships Blitz video. Today's video is the second in the series of unique plays. This is the Tier 2 battleship. Yes, there is a Tier 2 battleship, only one in the game. The Tier 2 battleship, the Japanese Mikasa. And this is on the list because it is unique, because it is a Tier 2 battleship, and because its play style is very unique as well. Now, you can get up tiered into Tier 3 games, so you do have to learn to get good. Because you will struggle against Tier 3 ships, destroyers, especially battleships like South Carolina. You have 4 guns, they have 8. They have better, bigger guns, more accurate, because the dispersion is pretty bad on this ship. But against Tier 1s, it's probably the biggest differential you'll find in the game, and that's part of what makes it unique. Now, I can do okay against Tier 3s, but it can be a bit of a struggle. But against Tier 1s, this thing is the only thing that really lets this thing down is its absolutely atrocious speed. So it is absolute, there's no dodging torpedoes, there's no baiting torpedoes. The fortunate thing is it seems to tank damage like a South Carolina. Now I'm heading towards the cap to defend the cap because it's pretty much the only way you can play this ship on this style of map. If you try and get to the enemy's cap, the game is all over by the time you get there. And even if I went round the far side of this rock to get to my cap, I would be too late. In fact, I'm already too late, but all that's a bot getting in there. So, is this a seal clubbing ship? Yes, this is the ultimate seal clubbing ship. So, if you are going to use it, be sort of gentlemanly about it and take pot shots at the bots and let the players live. Well, okay, I had AP load and he was a destroyer, so I thought we'd show him some love. But here we are, we'll go after some proper bots and let them get on with the game, because essentially if you're down here with this thing, it does do a fantastic job of printing medals. There he is, we'll let him go. It does do a fantastic job of printing medals, so you'll get a lot of battle medals in this ship. And the other thing is its unique style of play. Of all the ships in the game, this is the only ship that you could play entirely on the secondaries. So the main guns, the main guns are okay. Well, the main guns are actually pretty pathetic, to be fair. Let's just, let's be honest about it. They've got a 10 kilometre range, 18 second reload. They do 741 fire damage with a 5% chance, or 981 AP damage. So, but the dispersion on them is really trollish. So sometimes the shells follow each other. Sometimes the shells shoot off in different directions, like they've been fired from different ships at different targets. The secondaries are where it's at. 14 secondaries with a 10 second reload, which is pretty slow. 4.8 kilometre range, which is just enormous at this tier. So don't underestimate it. The closest equivalent to the ship, seriously, the closest equivalent I can think of this ship is either the Bismarck or the Gneisenau. You spend so much time on the secondaries in the ship compared with your main guns that it really does feel like that is the closest equivalent. Now the secondaries are HE secondaries, so you start a lot of fires. The secondaries, the dispersion on them shocking. You saw the dispersion on the secondaries, and I have my Congo captain on this, and my Congo captain has the close quarters expert, so he has the improved dispersion on the secondaries, and still those secondaries sprayed all over the place. But as you can see, it's absolutely fantastic at knocking over ships. And as a battle medal earner, when you're in an absolute hurry for battle medals, you've got a limited time to try and get them. This is where I go. But yeah, as you can tell, it is ultimately a filthy seal clubbing ship. So just be aware what it means if you're getting out there in the Mikasa. Because those little tier 1s, like something like a Black Swan with its AP only shells, there just simply isn't enough time in a tier 1 game for that thing to sink you. I mean, honestly, I've had games where the only thing's been left is me and a Black Swan, and I stop firing at them to see how long it takes them to realise there's no return fire coming their way. Because, it's pretty unfortunate that it's just so proof against that ship. So if you are up against a Mikasa, if you're in a destroyer, torpedoes, just make sure that you nip in and grab those torpedoes while it's looking the other way, because those secondaries will absolutely hurt, or better yet, HE from range. Get some fires on it. It may fire back, but yeah, good luck. It's got a long range, but its shells will go all over the place. And even if they hit, you might get 1 or 2 hits. Get it on fire, get it lit up, and that's the way to deal with that little sucker. But it is absolutely a unique play. For whatever else you can say about it, it is a unique play. Those secondaries are quite viable at this tier. It makes an absolute monster. Very different. And yeah, it has its own utility. And the camo's cheap as chips, so 250 gold gets you probably one of the nicest camos in the game. So there you go. Number 4, most unique ship, the Mikasa Tier 2 Battleship. Who would have thought it? Thanks for watching.